Hi guys, it's Janae and welcome back to my channel. Also, if you're new here, I post new videos every week, or at least I attempt to, but I have a new work schedule, so hopefully there will be less of that happening as I readjust. So for today's video, I specifically want to discuss Maleficent, which is the Disney movie that I personally think kind of started it all in terms of the live action remakes of the original Disney movies. So yeah, if I have my dates correct, I think that was the one that started it all. I think that was the first. And I personally think that in terms of live action adaptations, I think they did as well as a live action adaptation of someone's childhood loves can do. The live actions are happening, so I'd rather enjoy them while they're there rather than have this frustration over them existing. But all the same, I completely understand why other people have the problem that they do have with Disney. But I think, like, for me, when Disney gets it right, when they manage to recapture the magic that I felt while watching the originals, I want to give them props, because that's kind of all that I want out of a story, is for it to kind of be a magical experience. That was something that I enjoyed so much as a child, and I think that if they manage to recapture that, then there shouldn't be an issue. That being said, for me, Maleficent surprisingly didn't really recapture that amazement. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Aladdin, for example, but I do want to give it props in terms of its approach and why I think that it might have done a few more things right than some of its colleagues, aka Beauty and the Beast. For me, I think one thing that it did right is it took a different approach to an old story, and I think that's pretty fair. I think that it wouldn't have worked as well had they abandoned the animation from long ago completely and tried to just do Maleficent separate, completely devoid from the history of the Sleeping Beauty animation. I think trying to play with the character that you as a child knew, but approaching it from a different angle, was the best way that they could have done what they set out to do. I personally think that they really managed pretty well to find that balance between giving her some humanity and making her understandable, but not really excusing her actions that much. I actually would have enjoyed if they amped up the anti-hero aspect a bit more, because yeah, I know that everyone is the hero of their own story and everything like that, but I do think that she seemed a bit too likable, and they really had to do quite a few character assassinations to get Maleficent to the likability factor that they have her at, where I feel like if they kind of took a Snape approach to it, where they were like, okay, so these were the Maleficent's motivations, and the decisions that the king made were questionable in his youth, but it was genuinely just one of a misguided person. And then you have Maleficent still being hellbent on revenge and so on, and maybe even still learning that, hey, that wasn't okay, kind of thing. I would have enjoyed it so much more if they didn't have to do the character assassinations of all the previously innocent other characters to be able to make her journey and her struggle understandable, I think they should have pushed it further, because after all, this isn't meant to be like a children's story, not with the new angle that they took it at. I think they at least had the right idea in terms of telling a story that hadn't been told before, because I feel like that is a big problem with the new adaptation takes on the old stories, is it's kind of saying, oh, it wasn't good enough. And it kind of is like, if the first one was so good, why do you feel the need to retell it, and obviously the first answer that most people would jump to is money, which fair enough. But yeah, so I feel like at least with Maleficent, I kind of felt as if, even though I feel like it could have been better, I did feel as if the existence of the movie itself was understandable. They seemed like they had a goal in mind, and this was something that they really wanted to do, and they wanted to see a different angle. It felt like there was a purpose to it, which a lot of the other adaptations don't really give that vibe. So I think that is something to really take from Maleficent, is the purposefulness of the decisions and also the intent. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. My social media and Patreon will be linked down below if you want to get in touch with me, and otherwise I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.